Focus. You are home. Everything is just going fine. Nice quiet evening. Your family come home. Suddenly you hear a scream, a loud thump. Then silence takes over. Hello, my name is Demetrius Brewer. Today I will be covering what is domestic violence, the effect it has on children who witness domestic violence, and the number of women that is assaulted each year by domestic violence. Domestic violence. It is the willful intimidation, physical assault, battery, sexual assault, and or an abusive behavior perpetrated by an intimate partner against another. Simply stated, it is the power and control that another partner has on another one. This type of violence is happening every day, no matter what race, your age, your economic status, your religious, or your educational background you have. Domestic violence can happen to you. The psychological damage, physical injury are caused by domestic violence, and also death is caused by the same domestic violence. Each time this violence takes place with the same individual, the physical injury gets worse. The emotional trauma gets harder and harder to bear. When this type of violence is not reported and the person stays in the relationship, death usually follows. Sometimes it be the woman who's getting abused. Sometimes it be the man who get abused. But death usually follows. Now that we have discussed what is domestic violence is, now let's talk about the effect that it has on children who witness domestic violence. This violence is sometimes witnessed by children, and it may cause them to be traumatized. The children that witness this may think it's okay. Some may think that it is fine to beat or physically assault another one. Then some may find themselves in the same type of relationship dealing with domestic violence. According to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, boys who witness domestic violence are twice as likely to abuse their own partners and children when they become adults. Domestic violence doesn't limit itself to just partners. 30 to 60% of the children is also abused in that household. Now that we have covered what is domestic violence, the effect it has on the witness, let's talk about the estimate number of women who get assaulted each year. 1 in every 4 women will experience domestic violence in her lifetime. I will repeat that. 1 in every 4 women will experience domestic violence in her lifetime. 1.3 million women with intimate partners are physically assaulted each year. 1.3 million women with intimate partners are physically assaulted each year. Women between the ages of 20 and 24 are at greater risk of non-fatal intimate partner violence. Domestic violence doesn't stop with just a physical assault. 7.8 million of our women have been raped by their partner at some point in time. 1 of every 6 women experience being raped or attempted rape. 40 to 45% of sexual assault occurs in battered relationships. Let's review. We have covered what is domestic violence. It is the physical assault battery, sexual assault, willful intimidation, or any abusive behavior that is perpetrated by a partner against another. We have talked about the children witnessing domestic violence. We have learned today that boys are twice as likely to repeat that same behavior that they witnessed. Then we talked about the number of women who have dealt with domestic violence each year. 1 in every 4 women, we have talked about 1 in every 4 women have experienced domestic violence in her lifetime. Okay, now that you see the effects of domestic violence and the trauma that it causes in our society, we have to stand up and fight for what is right. Today, I covered what is domestic violence, the effect that it has on children that witness it, the number of women who experience the physical or sexual violence in their lifetime. I feel that you need to urge and commit, if you feel like you have to commit domestic violence, please seek help. Our women should not have to live in fear of domestic violence from the person who says that they love them. If you would like to read more on domestic violence and the economic causes and different things that domestic violence causes us in America, please log in to www.ncadv.org/domestic violence fact sheet. Attached to this video, I have a chart that put the numbers on you about how many people that get assaulted each year, and it gives you a good number. Thank you, and do not be one of the stats.